Friday. It's crazy trying to type over this. What's up, whoever watching? I can't see who watching. Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up? Just going through some beats. I listen to demos. I listen to links that people send me sometimes. Hey, what's up, man? Sorry if I'm talking crazy. I bit the inside of my mouth the other day and it's still bothering me like crazy. I'm up here trying to figure out which beats I want to send out and to who. I was gonna do it today, but I really don't feel like talking because, like I said, the inside of my mouth hurt like crazy, man. I don't know if y'all remember, I was on live when I did it. I was talking and it's like I bit down over here. Felt terrible. So I'm trying to get that together before I do it. Well, I'm gonna do a beat review in about probably, I might even do it tomorrow. It just depends on what's going on. And you could submit it on there and I'll check it out. I think I'm gonna send this one out. I'm not sure who I'm gonna send this one to yet though. Hey, hopefully somebody get back on here. Sorry about that, I got on the phone call. Let me see. Alright, I'm back on here. Is somebody on here? Is it just me on here? I might have to delete this video and do another one. I appreciate it. Got on the phone call. My audience dropped. Friday. It was storming out here earlier. About to get caught up in a tornado. Up here going through these beats, trying to figure out what I'm saying. Crazy tornado. Thank you about the good beats comment, but yeah, I'm just up here working, trying to get some beats together to send out. Trying to put some stuff together. See, this is the thing about sending beats. I do not know what to send. I'd rather just meet up with somebody and try and be like, all right, which ones you want? Send you one, hey man, you gotta send me the money. I'm sending stuff to somebody in the industry. I'm not gonna listen to it right now because I got that phone call is about something else I gotta do. So if you send it to me, I'll check it out probably sometime tonight if it don't get too bad. But I'm supposed to be working on this project here in a second, and I don't know why this song's skipping, but yeah. Sorry about that. Got another phone call. Man, I hate trying to figure out what beats to sing, man. That's the hardest thing to me. I know I keep saying that. Going through beats to sing. I think I'm gonna stop doing daily videos though, honestly. Just gonna do these live videos once a day. I think. Yeah, I appreciate that all the way from France. I appreciate that. I hear my son and my girlfriend are watching this live stream, so hello to y'all. And I'll FaceTime y'all back after I finish this stuff. I'll play it in a second after I go through these. I don't think I'm gonna send that out though. Well, I might send it out just to see what happens, but we'll see. The track that I made with samples, yeah, I'll play one in a minute. Man, I got so many beats, it's crazy. So that's from February 15th, so I'd send them another folder. I'm sending beats to someone's manager or assistant. Been sending them a few beats and they asked for some more, so hopefully that's a positive sign. What's up, the coolest? You getting on GTA today? look into my notes and see. I'm probably gonna do that tomorrow, man. Well, y'all heard this already. That's a sample. This sound, one sound I couldn't get. This sound, one sound it could be in. I guess you're saying that one sound like it could be in the Metroid game. I don't even remember those games. I mean, I remember them, but I don't remember playing them. I'm gonna send these beats out for real, for real. I got so many beats sitting right here. I'm about to just start sending stuff out like crazy. No, I'm not a piano player. I just learned how to do it. That's all. Like on my own, I'm not like fluent with it, but I know a little something. But I use my machine more now. What's up, High Flown? Just getting these beats ready to send out. Hopefully they do something with it. To somebody's manager slash assistant. No, I don't have any hardware settings. See, this is an example of how this stuff works. I just thought about it because I know I talked about it in some of my videos, to where you just gotta send your beats out. Like these people aren't paying. Well, I'm not gonna say they aren't paying me, but I'm not getting nothing up front to send them beats. I'm sending them full beats. It's like because they're in the industry, you know. Because some people be like, well, how do you send your beats out if I'm catching myself up there? I got myself up. Let me move the screen so I don't get distracted. So I was looking at the comments, but what was I saying? Some people were asking me, how do you send beats out? Like, do you send snippets and all that? Like, nah, this is somebody that's a big deal. And it's like, you know, you just got to take those chances of just sending stuff. And if it work, it work. You know what I'm saying? I just send like the whole beat. Do you send the same beats to the same artists? Or you mean, do I send the same beats to multiple artists? Or like, what do you mean by that question? Now, if you ask me, do I send the same beats to multiple artists? Sometimes what I do, I mean, it really depends on how I'm sending it. Yes, I send my beats without tags, except for my first tag. My first tag goes on all my beats, but when sending beats to, like, the way I do it is, let's say I send this artist a beat, or let's say a batch of 5 beats. I'll let them sit there for a while, and then if I don't hear nothing back, especially if I know they got them, or if they didn't download it, because there's ways out there for you to see who, I'm gonna answer your comment in a second, but there's a way for you to tell who opens your emails, when they open them, all that stuff. So if they don't open it, you can hit them up and be like, hey, did you check your email and all that stuff? You know they didn't. Or you could just be like, forget it, they didn't open it, so let me go ahead and pull these out, send it to somebody else. Because a lot of the times you just really sitting on stuff, and you know if they're not communicating with you back and forth as to whether they're using it or not, you just go ahead and send it to somebody else. That's what I do. Or if I'm dealing with A&Rs and stuff like that, I just send them to A&Rs. But if I'm dealing with an artist manager or something directly, I would just send that, let it sit for a while, give it a few days to see if you heard anything back, and if you ain't hear nothing back or if they didn't like them or whatever, just drop it back in and send it out. Because there's tons of stories. If you watch interviews, like Drink Champs is one of my favorite podcasts. They talk about they interview some producers, and even with the rappers, they say, did you ever pass up on the beat that ended up becoming a hit? So that back then they just used to take the beats and shop it around, like, hey, what you think about this, what you think about that? Like, I've heard beats that became stuff from different people. Well, I don't know if I can even talk about that stuff, but yeah, I've heard examples like that. So I'm about to pull up the comments up here. Man, that seems sketchy. Well, I mean, bro, you have to think about it. I gave Dej Loaf tons of beats for free without asking for anything in return. I just wanted to work, and look at what happened. Some people wouldn't take that risk. I had somebody telling me not to even do that. They're like, no, you shouldn't be giving out your beats for free, and I did it anyway. What if the credit isn't given to you? Is that where copyrights come into play? Yes and no. I mean, if the thing about it is, you could always prove that you made your beat. I mean, I think the only time it becomes complicated is if somebody takes or remakes your idea into something else, and then at that point you can try to prove that you sent them the beat and all that stuff. But that's where that part gets tricky. But as far as, like, I'm not a lawyer, so I'm just gonna tell you from my perspective. When a song gets big enough and the label wants to buy the song or promote the song, they're gonna come find you. You have to get your percentage. They want to make sure that you get what you supposed to have earned. In my situation, from my experience, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I hear it works. Like, you shouldn't be too caught up on, especially if you're dealing with big level people. That's what I'm saying. I'm dealing with major level people right now. I'm not talking about somebody that's down in the street or nothing like that. In that situation, they'll just have to either get snippets or set up a studio time for me to come through and play beats. If you get what I'm saying. But dealing with major artists, just send it. And then if it blows up, gonna be on the album, they gonna contact you and send you the paperwork. And then from there, everything gets handled. I'm not a lawyer though, but that's just in my experience. So I can't give you the exact advice, but that's what I would do. But yeah, I know some people think it seems sketchy though. But I mean, you gotta take them risks. What's the beats doing sitting on your hard drive? And then the thing is that a lot of people don't think about is when you sense like tag beats. Like, let's say an artist is in a studio going through beats. First off, if you send snippets, some artists will work with it, some won't. Some artists will get upset because they're flowing through it, and then if the beat cuts off or something like that, they're not gonna want to go through the process of contacting you unless they like fell in love with the beat. But if they were just flowing with it, like, let's not even say they were recording to it. Let's just say they were just sitting there and they just vibing to it and it just cut off. Then they'll be like, dang, I wanted to hear more. So they may or they may not hit you back up. But if you send the whole thing, they may vibe to it, write to it, and get in there and record to it right off the bat. And then you have that song that could possibly come out. With tags, the tags it messes up the flow of things. That's why I say you have to pick who you working with or who you sending it to. Like, if it's a major person, don't put on, have your one tag at the beginning, maybe one tag at the end if that's what you do. But most people seem to just do one tag at the beginning. Do it like that. Let it go. You know what I'm saying? You can always make more beats. And then if it's just sitting there, you never hear nothing back, they didn't, or you don't know if they did anything to it and there's no communication, just go ahead and try and shop it somewhere else. But yeah, you definitely got to take risks because it ain't going to do nothing just sitting there. I'm telling you. Either you putting it on the internet or you finding people to give it to. It's like that because you never know what's going to happen. You never know who's going to blow up. People blowing up all the time now. Usually put one at the beginning and one at the end. Yeah, that works, especially with yours. Yours isn't something that's like, I hear some people tags and it's ignorant. Yours isn't ignorant. You have a little clip from a TV show that's just saying he's the coolest. Like, ain't nothing wrong with that. That's cool. And you have to make sure it's turned down or just don't have it blasting loud. Yeah, that's another thing. Make sure it go with the beat. Let me see what else I got on here if I put this anywhere. I really like this beat right here. I think I'm gonna say this because I think somebody called me asking me for some stuff that's kind kinda in this lane, so I might even. But see, that's where you gotta. This is like a situation where you gotta use your judgment. It's like I got somebody called me, asked me about something like this, and they want to meet up and go through some stuff. So it's like, okay, I could get us to that person, or not get, or set it aside for that person, or I could take the chance on sending it to somebody else where it could become something bigger. But then on the flip side of that, there's no guarantee. But then if this person hears and they fall in love with it, something could happen with it. You never know what could happen with that. But then you still got the other side where it's like, I could send this to this person and it might just blow up. But you, it's like, this is some things you never know. You never know. That's the fun part about all this stuff. It's like, just have fun, man. Like, I'm about to send that one beat out and just make some more. That's all it is, too. You just gotta have time to make some more. I think you need to work with Marquis, that shit, something. I'm not sure who that is, but let me screenshot that. Well, I don't mix my beats right away, but making a beat, if you watch my live streams, you see it only takes me probably about, it depends on what I'm working on in my mood, but I can make them in 10 minutes to, as far as arranged and stuff, but anywhere from 10, 15 minutes, or if I'm just trying to get more ideas from it, I'll spend 20, 30 minutes on it, but I don't be on them too long, because like, things get changed, people want more and all that. It's not like I just heard my thing, oh, it came up down here. It's 7 o'clock. I think it's supposed to storm again in a little bit. Check the weather. I'm gonna try and get these beats out before it starts storming again. I'm gonna send this one out. And then the thing too is, bro, that storm was so cool. Man, that storm was crazy. I swear I saw a tornado, man. I'm not even playing. I really feel like I saw a tornado out there, man. I was sitting there driving. The sky was green and stuff. And it was like calm for a second. It wasn't raining or nothing. Because it was raining before that. It was just calm, but it was a lot of lightning. Then after that, it just started pouring to the point you couldn't see nothing. And it was hailing and everything. I screenshotted it, so I'm definitely going to look them up. I'm going to look them up after I send these tracks off. Like I said, just out here trying to get some more stuff going. But yeah, like this, I'm sending this person 9 beats. I usually send 7, but actually, I still might only send 7 now that I think about it. Let me see what's in here. Would I ever send... Let me look at my comments up here before it gets pulled off. Would you ever send beats to someone's booking info if they have listed it on their profile without ever talking to them before? Or how important is it to have a dialogue before sending beats? I would never do that. Simply because the booking info is meant for booking. I mean, what I could possibly do would be, like, I think it's important to have that conversation before sending beats. Like, even when I'm talking to somebody, I don't just come up to them and just be like, oh, I make beats. I could do this. I could send you this, or let me play this for them. Say, like, no, I like talking about other stuff. And then if we get to that, cool. But and that may be one of my faults, you know, because some people will come right off the bat and be like, yo, I make this, I make that, here's this, here's here, and it's like, I don't want to be that person because I don't like when people do that to me. Like, if I'm just meeting you, I'd rather get to know you before you be like, here's my music, here's my music, here's my music, here's my music. But like, that's just me. But no, I wouldn't do that because a lot of people get offended, not offended, but real annoyed when people send stuff to their booking email that has nothing to do with booking, and then they get like they'll not want to be bothered with that person altogether. So what I would do is possibly reach out and just say something like looking for direction or something, and then just be like, I'm looking to see where I could submit my music to or my beats or whatever. So that way they could point you in the right direction. If they say you can send them to me, then you just go ahead and send them, and then they may give you an email, they may not, but that's better than just throwing them in there like, take this, and they like, man, we up here trying to make some money, you up here sending us these beats. Yeah, like that. See, I go back through these beats that I'm sending, like, nope, I'm gonna keep that one. But yeah, so I'm about to go ahead and we transfer these over to them right now. And then I should make some more beats to send, but not make some more beats, but make some more folders. But I actually need to make some beats for real, for real. I didn't make any yesterday, but I did mix some. Why is this in here? How did that get in there? This is the wrong, I was about to say, this must be the wrong folder, and that's exactly what it was. It's the wrong folder. You ever made a beat in the style of an 8-bit video game? Yeah, I can play it for you real quick. It's old, though. I think I made it in 2012. Is this it? I just saw something crazy, man. I made this beat exactly 5 years ago today. That's crazy. So y'all know I'm not lying. Dang, it ain't go to it. And that's crazy. They brought that up. That's crazy. I made that 5 years ago today. That's crazy. I'd have never thought to play that beat. That's crazy. And that mean I'm on the right track, bro. Something. That's me, something, bro. Saying it's crazy got brought up today. That mean I take stuff like that as signs. Like, I think people should start looking at different things as signs. Like, that's something I look at as a sign that just like the odds of him being on this live, the fact that I am live, the fact that he asked about an 8-bit beat, and it's the same day, like, all that stuff is too much of a coincidence to just be like that, you know what I'm saying? So I'll take stuff like that, like, everything going how it's supposed to go at some point, you know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what it is I'm going through, stuff like that be like, dang, man, this is a sign. Like, 5 years ago to the date, that's crazy. It wasn't yesterday, it wasn't the day before that, it was today. That's crazy. Yeah, that's how I look at stuff like that, though. I'm like, there's no way that could be a coincidence, man. know it's crazy, man. I've used Reason. I actually have some beats on here that I made in Reason. I mean, Reason was cool. It's just like I didn't like it for me personally. I mean, don't get me wrong. I made some dope stuff in Reason. I thought that said, "How long am I gonna live?" I was about to be like, "What?" But I don't know how long I'm gonna be on live though, because it's like I'll probably be on here for a minute. To be honest with you, I probably am gonna work, do something. I'm just getting these beats ready to send off. Well, they sending off right now. WeTransfer is the best way to send beats. If you ever gotta send beats and you want to know if somebody downloaded and all that, I go through WeTransfer, especially if you, because I don't like Gmail because you can only send so many in each email. I prefer to just send them all in one. Wow, first off, I was just on the phone call. Sorry about that. Do I ever go back and remake my old beats? I mean, if I had the files for them, I would. I do that with my machine beats. I had a phone call. That's what happened. That's the one thing about these live streams. It's just like when somebody call you, text you, well not text you, but call you, it just throws everything off, and that was business. So I'm about to check that. But on this video, I actually sent those. I mean, I'm just mad that I didn't log into my WeTransfer account to send that, man. Like for real. That's what makes me mad because I should have been logged into my account. That's why the person's email didn't pop up, because I'm like, I know I sent them stuff last week. So why didn't this pop up? But anyway, no, I don't send MP3s. I send emails. Watching these live streams has this new hat. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm reading like crazy. Watching these live streams has lit a new flame on my workflow approach. Hey man, I'm glad that you're enjoying it. It's simple to me. Little simple stuff. But I'm about to check out this music stuff. I'm not supposed to be playing this stuff over live, so I'm gonna check this out real quick so I can handle the business stuff, and then after that I'll start a new live, and I'll probably work on some beats right after that. So thank you all for tuning in. I'll be back probably in the next 10-15 minutes, something like that. Thank you.